Do you feel like you're constantly battling the headwinds of B2B sales? What if the key to your success lies not just in external strategies, but in unlocking your own instincts? Welcome to Sales Zen. I'm Kevin Curry, and I'm here to guide you through integrating mindfulness and practical techniques for a more fulfilling and successful sales career. Let's be honest, no organization is perfect. Every company, regardless of its size or success, faces its own set of internal challenges, whether it manifests as a perceived lack of support from management, limitations in resources, internal competition among teams, or even disagreements with strategic direction. These internal headwinds can feel like significant obstacles standing squarely in your path to sales success. In a previous episode, we discussed the impact of a negative mindset, and I shared an experience with a specific rep who seemed perpetually focused on complaining about things that were largely out of his control. A significant portion of his negativity stemmed from internal issues he didn't agree with. My one-on-one meetings with him became draining. While other reps on my team's check-ins were typically productive and positive, I genuinely dreaded my weekly conversations with him. We rarely delved into crucial topics like deal flow or client strategy. Even when we did manage to touch base on those areas, he would inevitably steer the conversation towards a litany of complaints about things he disliked internally, often veering into hypothetical scenarios and worrying about negative outcomes that hadn't even occurred and had no guarantee of ever happening. This experience underscored a crucial lesson. To truly excel in sales, you must learn to be laser-focused on what you can directly control. Of course, there are appropriate times to offer constructive recommendations, and depending on the scope of your role and influence, you may have opportunities to impact operational processes and even internal strategy. However, the fundamental reality for most salespeople is that the company needs you to be heads down, executing on your core function, driving revenue, and effective sales activities. Getting bogged down in constant complaints and anxieties about internal issues that are beyond your immediate influence not only drains your energy and focus, but can also negatively impact your relationships with colleagues and even your manager, as I experienced. Mastering the art of internal navigation is about learning to acknowledge the existence of these headwinds without allowing them to derail your progress. It's about understanding the internal landscape, identifying potential challenges, then strategically finding ways to work within the system to achieve your goals. This may involve building strong relationships with key internal stakeholders who can provide support, understanding internal processes to navigate them more efficiently, or simply learning how to filter out the noise and focus on your core responsibilities. It's not about being naive or ignoring legitimate concerns. It's about choosing where to invest your mental and emotional energy. Instead of getting caught in the undertow of internal frustrations, top performers learn to identify what they can influence and channel their efforts there. Think about it. If you spend a significant amount of time and energy complaining about the lack of marketing support, that's energy you could have spent on refining your outreach strategy or building stronger relationships with your existing clients. While advocating for better marketing resources might be worthwhile for a long-term goal, in the short term, your focus needs to be on maximizing the resources you do have. Learning to navigate internal headwinds is a crucial aspect of professional maturity in sales. It's about developing resilience, adaptability, and a strategic mindset that allows you to thrive even in less than ideal internal environments. It's about understanding the bigger picture and focusing on your own contribution to the overall success of the organization, rather than being bogged down in internal gripes. By mastering the art of internal navigation, you'll create a smoother path to your own success and cultivate a more fulfilling and rewarding sales career. It's about learning to turn those perceived headwinds into potential tailwinds by strategically leveraging internal relationships and focusing on your sphere of influence, ultimately charting a clear course towards achieving your professional goals. Remember, in the journey towards Sales Zen, finding your inner compass and staying focused on your objectives, even amidst internal turbulence, is a hallmark of true sales mastery. Thank you for joining me on Sales Zen. If you found value in today's episode, please subscribe and share it with others who might benefit. To connect with me, download my free ebook, and enroll in my online course, visit saleszenmedia.com.